Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled Show with Big Real Ace NFL Week 7. Let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 7. Cannot wait, Big Ree. I am so pumped. We're coming off a juicy weekend. Unbelievable. Before we get into the episode, make sure to like the video. Hit the like button right now. Don't wait. You might forget. Just hit it right now. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. First of all, we appreciate you tuning in, and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the content, and comment below anything you want to comment, any feedback, any thoughts, anything. If you want a shout out, whatever you want to do, put in the comments. We love getting the comments. And
Purchase your merch. Join the membership right below. It's right there, right underneath.
And we appreciate everybody that has joined the membership to support the channel. I know everybody's saying, hey, we're joining the membership. We want more picks. Give us more picks. So we'll pay more, all that stuff. I'm getting a lot of messages for that. So that's what we had last year. And so we're thinking about it, guys. So we'll see what we can do. We're working on that. Let's get into the quote of the day, Big Ree. Quote of the day. You find that you have peace of mind and can enjoy yourself, get more sleep, and rest when you know that it was 100% effort that you gave, win or lose. Once again, you find that you have peace of mind and can enjoy yourself, get more sleep, and rest when you know that it was 100% effort that you gave, win or lose. Gordie Howe, hockey player. Big Ree, what do you think about the quote of the day?
Yeah, I agree 100%. When you put 100%, you just know nothing more you can do, whether the parlay hits or not. And a lot of parlays hit this week. We'll get into that.
Oh yeah. But you're right. I think what it is just, that's what they say, leave everything on the table. You got to just, leave everything on the floor, whatever it is. I actually really like this quote and I can, it's just when you put everything out there, you say, hey, I did my best. I did everything I could do, and whatever results, whether it was a positive or negative, I did what I could do. And you just sleep well, or you can rest that, hey, there's nothing more that I could have done. And I can't always say I've done that, Big Ree, to be honest. That's something that I can reflect on, and sometimes there's always regrets or doubts or things I could have done, and that's why I really like this quote, where it's like I'm trying to make a conscious effort, Big Ree, moving forward, that I got to put 100% into things, and and then let the results judge for themselves and whatever happens. But at least I'm not looking back and saying I should have done this or we should have done that or whatever it is. And honestly, you kind of related to the show. We kind of started off the show just doing some videos, and now we're just every year we're trying to improve, and we're trying to do more, add more content, add more segments to the episodes, prolong the episodes. So I feel like we're continuing to improve it, and I think there's still a lot that we can do, and that's kind of a reflection where what else can we do and what more can we do for that show, what more content can we do, whether it's more content, more live-in calls, more meetups, more more membership levels. We're putting out something for all the major games, things like that. So trust me, we're reflecting on that, and I just like that. Just at the end of the day, you just got to put 100% effort. Don't have regret. Maybe if you did a little bit more. And that's why this kind of goes back to one of the other quotes is you got to be laser focused on what you want to do. And you can't put 100% effort when you're not laser focused and you're trying to do 2 or 3 or 4 different things.
Yeah.
And so that's whether it's a business, a relationship, a job, whatever you want to call it, you got to be focused. So that's the quote of the day. Comment below any thoughts that you have on the quote, or any, if you can relate or not. So comment below. Let's get into a recap, Big Ree, of last week. First of all, what a juicy weekend for all the DGF family and the community and everybody that's tuned in, because I've got some DMs on all those tickets. People were commenting. People made a lot of money this weekend. We started the week off on Thursday Night Football, went 4-0 on Thursday Night Football. So just a clean sweep. and that made us 9-1 over the last 3 weeks on Thursday Night Football. So great. Thursday Night Football went great. Then on our Circa video, which we drop every Friday, that drops. We give our top 5 against the spread picks for the Circa $1 Million contest, and we went 4-1, and we're 8-2 over the last 2 weeks on that. That video will drop on Friday, and the Thursday night video is actually already dropped. We dropped that on Tuesday, so that's already there. And then we went 5-1 on our NFL video, our weekly episode. You went 3-0, Big Ree. I went 2-1. Both the locks of the week hit. And so just a juicy, juicy weekend, boys and girls. And I mean, I don't know what else you can ask. What else can you ask, Big Ree? I mean, what does that make us? 4-0, 4-1, 8-1, plus 5-1, 13-2?
See? That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, boys and girls. Big Ree and Ace are just giving you guys gifts. So it was a juicy week. Let's get into a recap. Thursday night was the Niners beat the Seattle Seahawks 36-24. Game was interesting for a little bit, and then, the Niners took over. Anything you want to say about this game?
Not really. Not much to say here.
I agree. I don't really. Congrats to the Niners. They got a win. Moved to 500. Bears 35-16 versus the Jaguars in London, Big Ree. What are your thoughts here?
Caleb Williams, finally. I picked the Bears, and then the Jaguars just suck. That's it.
Yeah, so this was your pick, and yeah, I mean, look, it was a great pick. The Bears cruised, but yeah, shout out to Caleb Williams. Everybody was trying to, 2-3 weeks in, did the Bears make the wrong decision by drafting Caleb Williams? Jaden Daniels is the best QB. And what did I say? I said, stop it. Stop it, boys and girls. And Caleb Williams is delivering. He's the number 1 overall pick for a reason. He balled out, 4 touchdowns? And he's playing great. He's the number 1 QB. He is the best QB in this draft. He will be the best QB in this draft, but stop all the nonsense. Shout out to the Bears, 4-2. When's the last time they were 4-2, Big Ree?
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to the Bears. They look good. Your Green Bay Packers, 34-13 versus the Cardinals, Big Ree. Jordan Love balled out 22 for 32, 258, 4 touchdowns. What are your thoughts there, Big Ree?
Yeah, nothing right there. No surprise.
I have something to say here. So I watched this entire game, Big Ree. First of all, yeah, shout out to Jordan Love. He balled out. He played well. But one thing I do want to say about him, and I want to know your thoughts on this, is Jordan Love, sometimes the guy, and he's had an interception in every single game in the last 5 games, okay? In every single game this year. Sometimes this guy just throws some really stupid passes. He makes some really stupid decisions. And he had, I think, 2 really lucky touchdowns and passes this week. He just threw it up for grabs. Lucky they didn't get intercepted. Go ahead.
I'll let you finish, then I'll go.
Okay. And this guy just makes some really stupid bonehead decisions. That's why he has all these interceptions. And, obviously some of those can lead to touchdowns like they did here. And that's why, the Cardinals were just fumbling the ball left and right in this game. And but Packers play well. But what are your thoughts with this guy's bonehead passes?
First of all, it's not luck. That's skill. That's Jordan Love. Some quarterbacks are built different.
Some are, okay. But some of these bonehead plays where he's just dropping back and he just throws it up, and lucky that he didn't get picked and cost the team some points. I mean, it works out. It worked out against the Cardinals, but when you're in big games, you do these stupid moves. They're going to cost you games.
Yeah,
in
he
the
did it
playoffs.
versus the Niners last year.
And it's going to cost.
Love for you.
And that's going to cost you, playoff wins and potential Super Bowl. But I mean, he had some bonehead plays. But then at the same time, then he throws some passes. You're like, holy crap, dude, this guy is lights out. So, look, congrats to the Packers. They're 4-2. I don't think anybody saw this coming after Love got injured in week 1. And they've strung it together.
Yeah.
And so what, 4-1 in the last 5 games?
Yeah, because they lost week 1.
Yeah. So congrats to the Packers. Colts 2017 over the Titans.
Nothing to say here.
I mean, other than Will Levis being a bust, Will Levis, I think am I the only guy that's been saying Will Levis is going to be a bust and everyone else thought this guy's the real deal?
Yeah, pretty much.
And this guy's, 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions? 95 yards? 95 yards passing? Will Levis? 95 yards passing? At some point, the coach has got to just throw in the towel. You got to bench the guy. I mean, at some point, these guys got talent on their team. They got Calvin Ridley that they just paid. They got DeAndre Hopkins.
They both washed.
Burke, you think both of those guys are washed?
They're both washed.
You think they're washed and you don't think it's Will Levis?
No.
You know?
They're both washed.
So do you think Will Levis is a problem, or do you think he's a good quarterback? You're saying he doesn't have enough wide receiving.
The wide receivers just aren't there.
Come on, baby.
There's a reason the Jaguars didn't play Calvin Ridley.
What do you mean they didn't play him? They did play him.
P-A-Y.
They didn't pay him? I don't know about that. I think Jaguars are just being
Hopkins
cheap.
is definitely washed to the max.
I don't know. I think you put Hopkins and Ridley on another team, these guys can easily be your number 2 and 3. Easy. Like a legit 2 and 3. Like not like, oh, this year, like you have the top 2 and 3 wide receivers in the league with these guys. Will Levis is just terrible. The guy is terrible. But here's a stat for you, Big Ree. Do you know Tennessee has the number 1 defense in the league?
I did not know that.
Number 1 overall defense in the league. Pretty interesting. Texans 41-21 over the Patriots.
Yeah, no surprise there, nothing to say.
But Drake May, 3 touchdowns. Drake May balled out 20 for 33, 243, and 3 touchdowns. Something to look forward to for the Patriots. That this guy could be okay. But yeah, other than that, not impressive win. They were supposed to win. Buccaneers put up 51 on the Saints, 51-27.
Oh yeah, I mean they just did not press the brakes and went all out and just whooped their butt.
So is this more like, hey, Buccaneers are for real, or the Saints are just terrible?
Both.
Got it. I agree with you. It's a little bit of both. Like, look, Baker Mayfield, 1 week he looks like crap. 1 week he looks like an MVP candidate. And putting up 51, they're 4-2. And then Saints, they started off on fire, and they just look like crap. Obviously, Carr is injured, but still, I mean, their defense. I mean, come on. But let's move on. The Eagles 20-16 over the Browns. Let's start off with that. The Eagles, they got a win, but didn't look that impressive.
Yeah.
I think you've been saying this for a while. Like, the problem, Jalen Hurts is not that good.
Yeah, it's not. That's known.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a Hurts fan, but obviously I think he could play better. He got his receivers back this week, so he had them back. They were at home. But a couple of other things. First of all, I think we're finally figuring out that Nick Sirianni is not that good of a coach. I'm not buying Sirianni at all. This guy seems to be a problem. And then it's kind of evident he got into a jawing match with some fans. This guy's yelling at fans now in the stands. What the hell is that all about? I mean, what are you doing, bro? Come on, dude. You should never be yelling at fans. The only time I could say, hey, you could be yelling at fans is if you just get handed to your team gets handed, you're knocked out of the playoffs or something. They're saying all sorts of crap, and then you just go off.
Yeah.
But you coming off a win at home and you're going off your home fans, it's not a good look.
Philly fans are ruthless. I'll say that. In general, just Philly sports fans.
That might be true, but come on, you can't be going after
I agree
your own
with
fans.
that too.
I mean, come on, bro. This is just a lack of maturity, and this guy, once again.
But Jalen Hurts sucks, and I want to make that clear. This is not on Sirianni. Jalen Hurts had A.J. Brown. He had Devontae Smith, and there's no damn excuse there. Jalen Hurts sucks.
16 for 25, 264, 2 touchdowns.
When you have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, I hope you would get that.
Yeah, that's true. You got two bona fide receivers. I mean, I'm not completely I'm not completely dismaying you. Like, he's not playing great for sure. You're saying he sucks, mate. I mean, we'll see. This will be a big season to see what happens, right? They made the Super Bowl. Then they started off 10-1 last year, and they just finished 1-6 or something.
Yeah.
and they got knocked out in the first round. And then we'll see this year. They started off, they're 3-2. They had injuries to Brown and Devontae, and now we'll see what happens. The Ravens, they beat up on Washington.
Yeah.
Washington hung with them, actually, for a little bit, but the Ravens won. This was my lock of the week. Derrick Henry playing great again. What are your thoughts on these two teams, Big Ree?
Ravens look pretty good, but Washington hung in there. Jaden Daniels was a good game. I still like the Ravens there. They're the better team, obviously, but Commanders are still right there, and I think they're a solid team.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with, I agree there that I think that the Commanders are looking better than, I thought. I didn't think they were going to play this well. I thought Baltimore wins by 12 or 13. I mean, Commanders did get a touchdown at the end, but still, Ravens won. But, yeah, Commanders are looking pretty good. They're building a foundation there. Jaden Daniels is solid. Let's get into the Chargers 23-16. This was your pick. Probably one of the easiest picks of the week, Big Ree.
For sure. And Chargers almost blew it because they're the Chargers. They were up 20-0. Shame on them.
Shame on you, Chargers. You got to close out the Broncos with no offensive weapons. But Jim Harbaugh off to a nice start, 3-2 in his first 5 games. And the Chargers, I mean, they're not going anywhere.
The Chargers are not going anywhere.
Chargers are not going anywhere. They don't got enough talent. They just don't got enough offensive talent. They just don't.
Yeah, even if they have the talent, the Chargers are Chargers.
I don't know. I mean, you got a good coach. So I think you give Chargers not next year, the year after, in Harbaugh's 3rd season.
So 3rd season. So you're saying not next year, the year.
The year after that.
A year away from being a year away.
In the 3rd season. So in Harbaugh's 3rd season, which that will be the
26, 27, right?
25, 26. Right?
Next year will be
25. 26, 27 season. I'm calling it now. This is October 15, 2024. Chargers win the division and make the Super Bowl. I'm calling it now, boys and girls. Chargers make the Super Bowl 26, 27 season.
And I'm calling it now. There's absolutely 0% chance of that.
Well, that's the beauty of throwing out these predictions, Big Ree. We're going to have to wait a couple years before we find out. Who knows what will happen in that year. But, yeah. Okay. Steelers against the Raiders, 32-13. One of the easiest picks of the week. I mean, I said the Raiders are a complete mess. They're done. I already said that, and we found out this morning that a couple of things on this game. That first, let's start off with the Steelers. The reports are coming out that Russell Wilson is going to start. Then Tomlin is trying to say he might be considered to start. What do you think about all this nonsense, Big
He's
Ree?
going to start. It's just nonsense.
He's got to start. I mean, at this point, you got to let Justin Fields sit down, and you got to see what Russ can give you.
No, you're not.
No?
No, this is the wrong decision.
You think this is the wrong decision?
What's their record?
What is the record? 4-2.
Did they lose last week?
Yeah, but
I don't care if it was the Raiders. It's an NFL team.
Okay, I'm not saying it's the Raiders, but I'm just saying just because you're 4-2, maybe with Russ they're 6-0.
No chance. Absolutely not.
Maybe they're 5-1. Why not?
No.
Why not? They lost by 3 points on the last possession to Dallas. They can easily be 5-1 right now. Easy. Dallas just got blown out by freaking Detroit, 47-6, 47-9. Pittsburgh could have easily won that game and been 5-1. Easy.
Russell Wilson is not an upgrade. He sucks.
I don't know why you think he sucks. This guy's a Hall of Fame QB. Russell Wilson will go to the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he will.
And so you're saying he's not. This guy's 41 years old. He's a 35-year-old quarterback. Why does he suck? He came from a crappy Denver organization, a crappy Denver team, and I was saying the whole time he's got no weapons over there.
And that's a lie.
And you were trying to say Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, and I'm like, dude.
And I want to stop this shit. The no weapons stuff is all BS. There's certain quarterbacks that can make their weapons, and one of them is Jordan Love. Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson was out. What happened? The Packers damn won. And there's certain quarterbacks that can make their weapons. And Russell Wilson is clearly not one of them. This guy's going to suck ass, and they're probably going to lose. because of him.
I absolutely disagree, Big Ree. Russell Wilson was a great QB with Seattle for all those years. And if you go back and look at his numbers, he wasn't horrible in Denver. They just didn't want to pay him. He wasn't horrible with that crap.
They didn't want to pay him?
With that crap, yeah. They didn't want. They wanted to just get rid of the contract.
They
dead
paid
money.
him.
No, but dead money. That's why they released him, so they don't have to pay him. And the rest of the contract, dead money. And look, the wide receiving crop sucked over there. He was set up to fail in Denver, and it's not like Pittsburgh, but they got a real good defense. I think this is the absolute right decision. Russell's going to play great with Pittsburgh, and they're going to continue to win with him, for sure. And let's not act like Jordan Love is a great QB. Let's not act.
He's
like
elite.
He is.
He's a top 5 quarterback.
Absolutely not an elite QB. He might be because he definitely I would honestly right now take Jordan Love over Josh Allen, 100%. But the guy's not elite yet. He definitely has potential to be elite, 100%. But he's not there yet, Big Ree. Come on, man. You cannot even close to going there. I mean, a guy that throws an interception every single game is never going to be considered elite. It's just not going to happen. And he has the potential, and Green Bay is potentially set up, but he's not there yet. But yeah, Raiders, look, Raiders stink. Steelers got a good defense, and Russell Wilson cannot wait for him to come in.
Yeah, because Russell Wilson definitely relies on defenses. We know that.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Anything you want to throw in on your boy Dangerous?
Oh, yeah, he sucks.
All right, let's get into the spanking that the Lions gave the Cowboys. I mean, 47-9 spanking. I mean, the Cowboys just got spanked at home, Big Ree. At home for the 3rd time this season. What do you think about this game? What do you have to say about this?
The first thing I have to say is, why is Mike McCarthy not fired right after the game?
Very good question. I mean, they've got blown out by Baltimore, and they had to come back at the end. They got blown out by the Saints, all at home, and then they got completely destroyed, a new one, by Detroit.
This is their worst home loss at Jerry World with Jerry Jones's
on his birthday.
Yeah,
they said it was on his birthday.
82nd birthday. So yeah, just Mike McCarthy should be fired. This whole thing should get blown up. Dallas Cowboys suck.
Absolutely agree with you 100%. McCarthy should be fired right away. Right away, fire Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones, another guy that has no idea what the hell he's doing. The guy has been, the Cowboys have been complete trash ever since they got rid of Jimmy Johnson as the coach. Complete trash. That organization has gone downhill. They can't win a damn playoff game. I always say it starts from the top. This guy wants to be all the way involved all the time, and that's the problem. These owners want to be involved. They don't know what they're doing. Why the hell did you pay Dak Prescott $240 million? $240 million? $60 million a year? They pay Dak? Gonna go down as one of the worst decisions of all time. Of all time. Why would you pay him $240 million? This all goes down to management. I agree with you, Big Reed. They have to break this up. Right now. Break it up. Break the whole team up. That's it.
So just to be clear, the Cowboys are not a contender.
Not at all. Not at all. Cowboys can probably beat any team in any game, but contender? Contender? Are you kidding me? Jerry Jones. I mean, at some point, these owners got to hire people that are competent, capable of managing the team, and let them do their jobs. You want to sit in the suite and watch the game? Go ahead. It's your team. Nothing wrong with that. But stay out of the management of the team. 47-9, Big Ree. You called this. This was your pick. 47-9 at home. It's embarrassing. I mean, this is embarrassing, Big Ree. Falcons beat the Panthers 38-20. I don't even know if there's anything to talk about here. The Panthers stink.
Yeah.
Completely stink. Andy Dalton sucks. As expected. Let's put Andy Dalton in. Yeah. Andy Dalton is the better option here than Bryce Young after 2 games. Andy Dalton. Get out of here. Bengals beat the Giants. Didn't look impressive, but they got the win. I don't even know what to say here. I mean, Bengals, 1 week they look great, 1 week they look like crap. And then Monday night, this was a great game. The Bills versus the Jets. Bills won 23-20, Big Ree, and there's a lot to talk about in this game. So, first of all, what are your thoughts on this game?
Bills are the better team. Jets suck. Whoever their coach is.
Okay, absolutely, Bills are a better team here. Jets stink. Their kicker sucks. Greg Zuerlein sucks. First, let's get into Greg Zuerlein, first of all. I have a lot to say on this game. Greg Zuerlein missed a field goal to win against Denver. Then he misses a field goal against the Bills. On both field goals under 50 yards. And, my point is, first of all, Greg, this cannot happen. You can't be missing 2 field goals under 50 yards. But what I want to say here is, why the hell are kickers not being paid more money than they are? What's the most that a kicker makes right now? $5 million?
I don't even know.
Maybe $6 million?
I don't even know.
Maybe. And they're not even getting guaranteed contracts until just now. A kicker matters more as we see how many games are decided by the kicker winning or not.
A lot.
If kickers, honestly, if a quarterback is getting paid $45, $50 million, a kicker should be getting paid a minimum $12 to $15 million a year. Minimum. And you got to deliver because they're the ones that are putting up extra points, field goals. I mean, they're the ones that are deciding many of these games.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate that the kickers' pay grade needs to go up big time. Big time. Start paying these guys $10 million plus. And then the competition and the quality of the kicker are going to just go out the roof. Everyone's going to want to be a kicker now. You could be Joe Blow and just start kicking footballs.
Yeah.
And then secondly, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, A-Rod, last game, has 3 interceptions and blows the game. Then this week, they're driving. They have a chance. They're at midfield. Throws another interception, Big Ree. 4 interceptions in the last 2 games. And Aaron Rodgers wants to go on the press conference and wants to call out Mike Williams? That he wasn't there, he wasn't where he was supposed to be? And blame Mike Williams?
The guy did fall down.
Okay, fair enough. But you're blaming Mike Williams when you're throwing interceptions left and right and you can't close out games? And then on top of that, Aaron Rodgers, every time they get spanked and they lose, they get their ass whooped on national television, and he wants to go on a sports talk show the next day and start talking about the game? That's why the Jets are never going to win a Super Bowl. That's the problem. Robert Sala's not the problem. It's not the coach. It's not your O-line. We'll talk about the receiving crop, but your quarterback starts pulling nonsense like this. He starts going on national television, on talk shows, and starts talking about the team. Why aren't you in the film room studying? Why aren't you on the practice field? Why are you wasting an hour of your time on talk shows talking about the game? That's why they're never going to win. Because of Aaron Rodgers. Why are the Jets allowing this?
Because it's Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly. The Jets are just feeding into them, babying him, allowing him to do all this crap, and your team sucks. You're 2-4? 2-4? And you're losing at home? It's a joke. It is a joke, and, until the Jets organization mans up and starts, restricting his television appearances and having him focused on, if you're 6-0, you can go on television every week. Nobody's going to say anything, right? Say he delivers on the field. You're not delivering at all. At all. 4 interceptions in the last 2 games. Interceptions on the last drive of every game. It's a joke. The Jets are going nowhere quickly.
Yeah, we knew that.
They're not a contender, and we knew it. But real quickly, both teams made moves this week. Actually, breaking today, Bills acquired Amari Cooper from the Browns. First of all, what are your thoughts on that?
Great move. It'll help a lot.
Great move. I think they overpaid for him, first of all. They gave up 3 picks for him. That's a little bit high, but look, I don't think I'm not buying the Bills as a contender, so I don't know why you're giving up 3 picks right now. But I think they're seeing, blood in the water that, you know, Miami's done, Patriots are done, and the Jets suck, right? And they should have a clear path to the division.
Yeah.
And so I think they're seeing that they can, you know, maybe Josh Allen plays great. They add another receiver, and so I think it's worth the gamble. But I think they gave up too much. But whatever, I think it's a good. And then the Jets, you know, I want to really hear yours. These are both former players. The Jets acquired Devontae Adams from the Raiders. First of all, what are your thoughts? Does it make them that much better? Is it a difference? Do you like the trade?
It's a good trade, and now Aaron Rodgers has no excuse. He has his old guy. And I don't know if you watched the show or you saw it on IG or X. Devontae Adams was at Aaron Rodgers' house and came on the show with him.
I saw that, yeah.
So it's not going to make any difference. Their odds went from 30-1 to 30-1 to win the Super Bowl. The Jets are still going to suck, and there's going to be no excuse for Aaron Rodgers. He has Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams. They said they're going to trade Mike Williams. They still have Alan Lazard. They have Tyler Conklin. They have Breece Hall. They have a great defense, so there's no damn excuse.
So a couple things I want to just dive into. You're saying, what did the odds go from 30-1?
To 30-1.
So it didn't change?
No,
okay.
Wide receivers don't move the needle.
Interesting, okay. And then they said they're going to trade Mike Williams now?
They're most likely going to.
Got it. I mean, yeah, he doesn't fit in. I mean, honestly, Rodgers is a weird guy. And so maybe some people he just doesn't want to target. It's not a good fit. So let Mike Williams go somewhere where he can play. I think this is a very good pickup because Garrett Wilson's not a number one.
Damn.
He could be a number one, but he hasn't proved that he's a legit number one yet. He's not in that Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. You know, he's not in that category. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Like, stop it. He's not in that category at all. At all. And Devontae Adams is legit. I think they have two solid receivers now. So I think Devontae Adams is still a 1,200-yard receiver.
Is he a top 5 wide receiver in the league right now?
Devontae Adams, top 10.
Top 5?
I don't think so, top 5.
Okay. I agree.
But I think top 5, it really goes down to your QB too, right? I mean, you put Devontae Adams with a healthy Tua, he's going to have 1,400 yards too.
Yeah.
So that matters. Your QB matters a lot. But I think it's a great pickup for the Jets. But I think until Aaron Rodgers stops his shenanigans, it doesn't matter. Like you said, it doesn't matter at all. But they got no excuses now. There is no excuses.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, you know, let's move on. Obviously, Robert Saleh, he was out and the Jets lost again. So, let's get into Big Reed, the food trying segment of the show. We're trying something new. What do we got here today?
It's pumpkin season. We got pumpkin spice mandolins.
Okay, nothing like fall. And,
Costco.
You know, fall, and you always get that, you know, the pumpkin infused items. Check this out. Let's go. So what is this called? What's the brand here? Pumpkin spice mandolins by Sugar Bowl Bakery.
Family owned.
Family owned. They smell really good. They're very soft. Let's look at the nutritional value here, Big Reed.
I think it's like 130.
130 calories, not bad. How much sugar? 9 grams of sugar, not horrible here. 1 gram of protein. Okay, they smell really good. 28 per box. They smell fire even without the open. In the wrapper. Pretty soft. Not super soft, not super hard. Right in the middle.
Amazing.
Really good. Honestly, I always say stuff that, hey, it's good. You guys, this is good. Highly would recommend go to Costco, pick these up. Especially if you like pumpkin flavor. These taste really good. They taste like pumpkin pie.
And it's not sweet, what I like a lot. It's not too sweet.
Real good. How much was this box? $10?
I think so.
10, 12 bucks. That's not bad. There's 28 in the box. I think you're a big Costco guy, do you agree?
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Costco guy.
Let me ask you this: why do you like Costco so much?
It's the experience. Love going to Costco.
I don't know. A lot of people love Costco, and I'm not saying I don't like Costco. I don't go there that often. I'm not taking care of the groceries, you know, in the household really, unless there's something I really want. Then I'm, you know.
And you always find unique items from different countries, from other places.
That's true. I think they source. They're willing to give a lot of the vendors and manufacturers chances.
Yeah, and they give the locals too. I like that they give the locals the BOD and go with the locals.
That's big. I just get overwhelmed at Costco. I go there, there's just so much stuff, so much food. I love food. And then Costco, all the items like are bulk, right? A lot of it's like bulk items.
Yeah.
Bro, you can go there easily. You can drop $300 with your eyes closed.
100%, yeah.
Eyes closed, like not even try. You're dropping $300 without easy. And if you trying to just do normal shopping and you're just trying to be a little bit like disciplined, $500-600 easy.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and I don't know about you, Big Reed. I start picking up stuff. I just start throwing stuff in that thing, and next thing you know.
And that's why they give you a bigger cart.
Oh, interesting. Are their carts bigger? They are.
Yeah, they're much bigger. And then they have that other orange thing where you put the whole.
Oh, you can just push everything.
Yeah.
Interesting. Makes sense. That's the only reason why I just get overwhelmed. You start buying all this stuff, and then you might, like, for example, these, you might eat one or two of them, a couple of them. Next thing you know, you got 22 left. And then you just start eating them and eating them. I know Javi's a huge Costco guy.
Yeah.
That guy, he's always bringing to the studio boxes of granola bars and protein bars, and Javi don't play.
Yeah.
I remember one time he brought. Actually, on that note, I'm glad we're discussing this. The other big chain store is Sam's Club. I don't know if Sam's Club is it all over the U.S.? Is it just in Cali?
No, it's all over the U.S.
So Sam's Club. This was like maybe a couple months ago. Javi got a membership to Sam's Club.
Okay.
And I went with him just to check it out, see what's going on. Very similar to Costco, right? Like very similar, big old place, warehouse, a lot of stuff. A lot of good stuff there too. I mean, you go, but he got the individual wrapped cheesecakes. Okay, they're like, I think it come 8 for like 15 or 16 bucks. You literally, they're probably like $6, $7. You go to a bakery, these kind of little individual cheesecakes. Absolute fire.
Yeah.
So the bakery items, deli items at Sam's Club, we were getting a few items, are fire. Mac and cheese. Ooh, the mac and cheese at Sam's Club was fire. And I'm just in the mood now for some mac and cheese and the cheesecake. So Javi, let's get to Sam's Club. Let's get that box of cheesecakes, bro. Let's get
maybe we'll bring you on the show next.
Ooh, I like it. Why don't we get that for one of the next weeks or so? That we'll go get the cheesecake and the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm already pumped. That's it. Done. It's done. We gotta hit up Sam's Club, bring up on these cheesecakes. So, okay. But these are fire. I highly recommend these, Big Reed.
Yeah.
So what would you rate these? Like, let's start to add to the.
I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10.
I would say about 8. Yeah, 8. You know, it's really hard for me. I think a lot of 90% of the items will get like a 7 or 8 from me.
Yeah.
Small percentage will get under that. You just gotta, the average. But to get the 9 and 10, you gotta really, like I gotta, like right here. I could probably eat another 1 or 2, but I'm not gonna. But I would say 8.5 is a good solid number.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we should skip the shout-outs and get into the picks. We're a little...
You sure?
Yeah.
There's some people that want some shout-outs, Big Reed. Or you want to just skip it and get right into the picks?
I think let's get right into
All right, we are running a little bit late, so if you want a shout-out for next week, boys and girls, comment below and we'll give you guys a shout-out. Give us your city and state, or your job where you're working, and then you can watch it with your coworkers. We'll give you guys a shout out. People are asking for shout outs from their spouses, or their significant others, or your mom and dad, or anybody. We'll give you a shout out, so let us know. All right, let's get into the picks. Big Reed, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
It's gonna be a juicy weekend. Let's go. Here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. All right. Game 1 on the docket. We got the Tennessee Titans at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are a 9-point favorite here. Tennessee 1-4, coming off a 20-17 loss to the Colts. This was their only win on the season was a 31-12 win versus Miami. And we all know Miami has been terrible since Tua got injured. Quarterback Will Levis, he stinks. This guy just stinks. 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 5.6 yards. I mean, come on. I don't even want to rip this guy. I've been ripping him enough. I'm going to leave him alone, but this guy stinks. But here's the thing. They have the #1 overall defense. And I don't think a lot of people know that. #1 overall defense, giving up only 248 yards per game. Buffalo is 4-2. They're coming off a 23-20 win versus the Jets. They got outgained by New York, actually, but New York just gave them this game. You know, Aaron Rodgers loves giving up games and interceptions. Quarterback Josh Allen, 63% completion, but here's the kicker. 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Yeah.
The guy has 0 interceptions after averaging double-digit interceptions every single season. And he only got 1 lost fumble, too. So he's not making bonehead decisions. And that's probably one of the big reasons why they're still winning, even they lost a lot of firepower. Diggs is gone. Gabe Davis is gone. You know, they were out. James Cook was out this last week, and they're still winning games. And here's another thing. 4 of their first 6 games have been on the road. And they're still winning games. Look, Buffalo wins this game easy. This is one of the easiest games. There's no way Tennessee is winning. Buffalo is going to win this, but honestly, I like Tennessee to put up a fight here. They've been completely just throttled. I even like, and I hate to jinx Josh Allen, but I think Tennessee comes up with some turnovers here. I think that's going to be the difference. I don't see Buffalo covering 9. Everyone's going to be hyped that, hey, they beat the Jets. They're at home. They acquired Mari Cooper, all that good stuff. I like them to win, but I don't like them to cover. I'm taking Tennessee +9. All right, game 2. We got the Houston Texans at your Green Bay Packers. Big Re. Packers are a 3-point favorite here. Houston 5-1, coming off a 41-21 win over New England. They are on a 3-game winning streak. Only lost 34-7 to Minnesota. They actually outgained Minnesota in that game. Running back Joe Mixon has returned. 13 carries, 102 yards, 132 total yards on the ground. And then Green Bay 4-2. They're coming off a 34-13 win versus Arizona. They won once again. They won the turnover battle 3-1 versus Arizona, and they have 17 takeaways on the season. Jordan Love balled out 22 for 32, 258, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Once again, I said this earlier in the episode that the guy throws some bonehead plays. That's why he has so many interceptions, but he also throwing a lot of amazing passes, so it's kind of like, I guess you got to take the good with the bad. Look like Mahomes. He throws a lot of interceptions as well this year and last year, but he throws a lot of amazing passes. Green Bay's offense is decent. Their defense is decent. It's not nothing great on either side. Houston is the better team here. I don't care if they're on the road. I'm taking Houston +3. All right, game 3 here. We got Kansas City Chiefs at the San Francisco 49ers. Niners are a 1-point favorite. Kansas City 5-0, coming off a 26-13 win prior to the bye week. Honestly, this team is just a very average team all season. They're squeaking out wins every single week. Now they lost their top receiver, Rashee Rice. They already were out running back Isaiah Pacheco. You know, Mahomes is playing 69% completion, 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns, but 6 interceptions. Once again, he has a lot of interceptions. That's a lot of 6 interceptions in 5 games is a lot. That's just too much. Running back Kareem Hunt is playing well. In absence of Pacheco, he's playing well, and I think you mentioned Clyde Edwards-Helaire is returning.
Yeah, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is back.
He's back, so I think that will help out. The Niners 3-3. They're coming off a 36-24 win on Thursday night versus Seattle. they're not looking overly impressive either. Honestly, they're winning, but they're not looking great. They have a win. They have a win versus the Jets and the Patriots. I mean, come on, like those teams are not super impressive. Brock Purdy is not as efficient as he has been the last 2 seasons. I think he's getting hurried more. His offensive line is kind of jottled as well. There's no McCaffrey to just dump the ball to when he's getting pressured. But here's the thing: their 3 losses are by combined 10 points, so they're not getting blown out here. And look, they're at home. They obviously play well at home. I just think the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna go on a streak of losing some games here. I'm just not buying them right now. They're undefeated. This is my lock of the week, boys and girls. I'm taking San Francisco -1, and a few notes here. We are on a tear on Thursday Night Football. That video is already live. We went 4-0 last week, and that makes us 9-1 over the last 3 weeks. We drop our circa $1 million contest video every Friday. And what that is that's our 5 best against the spread picks. Don't get fooled by the title. It's a great video to see our other picks. We were 4-1 last week, and we were 8-2 over the last 2 weeks on fire. And then we went 5-1 last week on our NFL Week 6 video. Big Ree, shout out to Big Ree. He went 3-0. So we're gonna keep the money train rolling, boys and girls. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is the Bengals at the Browns. Bengals coming off a 17-7 win versus Giants on Sunday Night Football. Browns coming off a 2016 loss versus the Eagles. The Browns traded Amari Cooper, as Ace mentioned. Bengals offense, if you really look at it on Sunday night, versus the Giants defense, did not play well. Joe Burrow had a 47-yard rushing touchdown. That's never going to happen again. And they were up 10-7, and then Chase Brown that was like a garbage time touchdown. He was really supposed to just run out the clock. They were supposed to run out the clock. So their offense was not impressive, and Bengals defense is awful too. So I'm not sold on the Bengals. And the Browns have an underrated defense, so I'm taking the Browns +7. The next game I got is the Raiders at the Rams. Raiders coming off a terrible blowout loss to the Steelers, 32-13. Rams coming off a bye week. Rams are the better team here by a mile. Cooper Kupp might come back. This is going to be a better game than people think. The crowd is going to be 75-25 to Raider fans for sure. For sure. Raiders will put up a fight here. Rams defense is atrocious. And I'm taking the Raiders +7.5. The last game I got is the Cardinals at the Chargers. Chargers coming off a 23-16 win versus the Broncos. Cardinals lost to the Packers 34-13. And I think everyone's going to get fooled by the Chargers beating the Broncos. The Broncos suck. I want to make that clear. And the Cardinals lost to a much better team, and they're gonna come back home, play inside, be very comfortable, and easily win this on Monday night. Take the Cardinals +3. This is a lock of the week. This is easy money. Do not get fooled by Jim Harbaugh and the sorry Chargers.
Woo! So that's your lock, Big Ree.
Go big. Go big.
Big Ree said go big. One quick question I was noticing: was it just a coincidence that you picked the Browns versus the Bengals, letter B versus letter B? You picked the Rams versus the Raiders, letter R versus letter R, and then you picked the Cardinals versus the Chargers, letter C versus letter C.
That's great.
That's pretty interesting. I was like, oh, interesting. Big Reed, nice little coincidence. But okay, it should be a juicy weekend. We're going to keep that money train rolling, boys and girls, and we've been on fire. And so we appreciate everybody that's been joining the membership. I know that's gone up the last couple days, so we appreciate everybody supporting the channel. Hit the like button right now. Hit it. Let's get 500 likes on this video, boys and girls. And comment below. We definitely want to read all the comments. Get your merch, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out, guys.